Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be talking about 5 signs that she's not over her ex and you're probably a rebound. So if you've ever been a rebound or you've ever sought out a rebound, you probably know these things all too well. Often when people get out of a relationship with someone, instead of healing from it so that they can properly move on to the next person, they rush into something with someone else when they're not necessarily ready for it as a quick fix and a band-aid to a deeper problem that they really need to heal and get over. So being a rebound is way more common than I think people realize. I feel like a lot of people today are constantly looking for instant gratification and the next thing. So I want to make sure you guys are not experiencing that, and I also want to make sure that you guys are not going for someone that's going to be a rebound for you, because it's not healthy. You need to really take a step back, look at your past relationship, figure out what went well, what didn't, maybe have a little bit of self-awareness so that you can heal from it and properly move on in a healthy way so that your next relationship can be amazing. Because I promise, rushing into a new relationship is not the answer. So in past videos I did, like the red flag video, girls not to date, the girl who jumps from relationship to relationship and who is constantly going from one guy to the next is a huge red flag and should be a red flag for you guys if you're dating someone. So these are going to be some signs that you should look out for, some things to pay attention to. If you're seeing any of these are big red flags that she's not over her ex, and sadly, you're a rebound. The issue with girls like this, or just people like this in general, is that they can't be happy alone, and like I said, they're constantly looking for the next best thing to fill some void that's going on, and it's a band-aid, it's a quick fix, and it's not healthy. So I think that's the main issue with it. And at the end of the day, nobody wants to be a rebound, and I want to make sure that you guys are not falling victim to that. So sign number 1 that she's not over her ex is that she talks about him. So if you're entering a new relationship with someone, it should be about learning about that person, getting to know each other. And I understand that exes can maybe come up in conversation. I think it's actually really insightful to ask maybe why something didn't work out with someone. But if she is name dropping him all the time, constantly bringing him up, constantly talking about him in some way, shape, or form, this is a huge red flag. The conversations, if you have any about her ex, should be short and simple and should not be a reoccurring topic that gets brought up again and again. So if you notice that it's getting brought up all the time, if she's constantly saying, well, my ex did this, or my ex did that, or I hated when my ex did this, or talking about how crazy he was, or really just anything about her ex in excess, that's when it becomes an issue. And the reason why this is a big deal is because if she's bringing him up all the time, she's either trying to justify in her head why things didn't work out, maybe she's trying to justify why she's with you now, she's trying to relive past situations or compare you to him. It's really just a mess. And if you notice that her ex's name is brought up in conversation a lot, I don't think this is a good thing. And I think there's a time and place for that. Like I said before, in the beginning when you're figuring out, why things didn't work out, I think it's nice to know that, but that's the extent of it, and that's as far as it should go. Number 2, she's keeping tabs. So if she is constantly checking in on what he's doing, keeping tabs on his life, even though she's not a part of it anymore, this should be a big red flag for you guys. And the biggest issue with this one is that sometimes you won't even know that she's doing this, because chances are she's doing this in secrecy on her phone. Maybe she's looking him up on social media. Maybe she is stalking him on an Instagram stalker app. I don't know, whatever the heck she could be doing. I think it's important when you're out of a relationship to completely sever ties and to cut them off cold turkey. And if she's constantly, if she's still following him on social media, constantly liking his posts, watching his stories, seeing what he's doing, seeing what job he's working at, what new girl he's talking to, if she knows every detail about this new girl in his life, big red flag, guys. So like I said, you might not even know that she's doing this, because chances are she's just doing it on her phone in her own time. But if she's bringing it up to you, if she's saying little things about him, or if she knows things about his current life that maybe she shouldn't know at this point, I think that's when you need to kind of take a step back and be like, okay, why does she know that? They've been broken up for 5 months. She shouldn't know this about him. And I don't want you guys to overanalyze or go through her phone or be crazy. Please don't do that. I never will promote toxic behavior on this channel. So really, if she's just bringing things up to you that she wouldn't know unless she was creeping and keeping tabs, this is not good. If all of a sudden she tells you, my ex has a new girlfriend and she's ugly, run for the hills, because she's keeping tabs on him. She is still comparing herself to someone new that he's dating. She's keeping tabs on everything that he's doing, and she knows enough about him to know that he's dating someone new, and that just should not be the case if she's in a relationship with you. She should not feel the need to keep tabs on her ex-boyfriend. Number 3, she's hesitant with you. So sometimes when a girl rushes into something with you and she wasn't necessarily over her ex, she can have a hard time committing to you and feeling serious with you and moving on to those next steps with you because she still has feelings for someone else. You might even notice that she's kind of weird about physical contact with you because she's so used to being with someone else that it just doesn't feel natural to her to even do that with another person. So she'll be a little bit standoffish, she won't let you touch her, she might just be really hesitant to do things with you, and this goes past just physical things. I think this is more about just the relationship in general. This could be committing, this could be making next steps in your relationship, moving the relationship forward, and the reason for this is that it could be because she still has some glimmer of hope that she's going to get back together with her ex-boyfriend, and again, you're just a rebound and a placeholder. So she's very hesitant to move forward with you because she still deep down wants to be with her ex. And just because she's doing these things does not 100% mean that she's not over her ex-boyfriend, but I think it's important to communicate about this. So maybe if you're in a conversation with her about her commitment issues and she brings up the fact that, you know, something happened in her past or her past relationship, I think that's a big red flag because it should signify to you that she's not over that and she needs to heal from that in order to be able to move forward with you. And she can't really heal from the person before you if she's with you. So just something to keep in mind.